Hello everyone, Drunken Dan here, and welcome back to the Misadventures of Tron Bonne. Wait, that's not her name. Today's episode is a lot shorter than last week's episode. This is the one where you have to, where it's like a puzzle level. You have to move containers around. Now, I cheated. I'm not gonna lie. I just for the sake of time, I looked up a guide on, how to get every box. So that way I could, blaze through these quickly. But the entire episode is just me going to be gathering boxes. But, also, some of you guys said you would, next time you want me to leave the, do you want me next time to leave the first-person adventure parts uncut? I didn't cut out anything important, it's just me walking. That's all I cut out. I left in everything important. But if you guys want me to leave it uncut, I will, but I'll warn you, I'll probably run out of things to say. and it'll be not exactly the most exciting thing in the world. But that's up to you. I know one of you guys said you wanted it uncut, but, that's your call, not mine. This is where she's explaining the controls of how the goose staff can only has a limited number of steps when you grab an item, limited number of lifts, and all that fun stuff. That's what makes it a puzzle. Why the robot can only lift things up so many times, I have no idea. I like how the goose staff the tank is just the goose staff with fucking, Getter Robo legs. Actually, it looks like a Getter Robo robot. It looks like a Getter 3. For those of you who know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the thing that Gurren Lagann was heavily inspired from. Now loading. Insert your penis inside. Oh, no, we're done.
Alright, let's get to work.
Also, I've been playing a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Containers using the goose staff tank I modified for this kind of work.
Work!
Wondering what's in those containers? I'll tell you. Top quality beef steaks. Let's see.
If you work at a supermarket or have ever worked at a supermarket or do food shopping, let me tell you this right now. Red meat's expensive. Beef is expensive.
Look, crab.
And crab is even more expensive.
Crab meat. What? In this season? Alright, we'll add that to the list as well. Roger. Even the goose staff tank can't handle big containers like these. The goose staff tank can lift containers a maximum of 8 times. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm moving the other containers out of the way.
It's creating the HUD.
I won't be able to carry them that far either. No more than 10 steps. But I can carry these light wooden containers anywhere.
Ya hack fraud, Tron! What are you trying to build here? You can't even build robots, you fucking fraud!
Them out of the way.
I bet you're like Dr. Wily and steal your robots.
I guess if I have to, I could put some containers into the sea. I'm sure I'll figure it out somehow. So,
yeah, I'll read a guide.
Did you get all that? Not really. Weren't you listening? If we get stuck, we can start over by opening a menu with the Start button. And selecting Restart.
You select
so
Restart.
Let's give it a try, okay? I'll tell the rules again if you forget. Just press the Start button for the menu and select Rules. Let's go! Yes, Miss Tron!
I will say, the PS1 era, I know I said this before, but the PS1 era is kind of one of the more interesting eras. You won't see a game like this in this era. You'll never see a game like this again. It's kind of interesting because, what was interesting about the PS1 era to me is that it's so experimental, because if you look at this, these games are kind of, patched together as best they can, because, well, a lot of these developers didn't know what the hell to do with 3D games. Most of them never, made a 3D game before. So it's kind of funny just how, they just didn't know what to do. I'm just kind of walking over here because I want to see what was over here. But, it's kind of funny how, developers would, do all kinds of things to cheat their way to, do what they want in the game, or try to figure out how they want a game to control, because, like, it isn't like today, where there's kind of, like, established, like, sets for, like, how you do your camera, how you do your controls in this type of game. Because if you notice, like, these days, almost every, like, every game that's in, like, a certain genre will control the same. Or similar, at least. But, in the, PS1 era, I'm just looking at the guide real quick. In the PS1 era, you, up there it is. You kinda, like, a lot of people just didn't know what the fuck to do, and, well, you got games like this. But yeah, I don't think you'll ever see a game like this again outside of maybe, like, the indie market. But I can also understand why, like, people who just missed this generation wouldn't want to fucking touch these games unless they grew up with them. Because, like, it's a weird era of games, and a 32-bit game, well, like, a 32-bit or 64-bit game has its charm. It's not as good looking as, say, like, a PS2 game, or hell, even like an 8-bit or 16-bit in their kind of charm. They aged a little bit better visually. Now, I think Tron aged I think the Legend series aged pretty well, all things considered. I think Legends 2 is really good looking. Like, it looks like almost PS2. And that's mainly because the items aren't so blocky. In fact, actually, this game's not that blocky either, if you look at it. I mean, it's a bit blocky, but not really.
Congratulations! That's the last container!
It is kind of funny looking at this after playing, because I've been playing, like I said, I've been playing a ton of MGS5, and yes, I love it. And also, I am probably the only LPer right now not LPing MGS5, which is kind of funny to me. I have no intention on LPing it at the moment. I do want to do Metal Gear Solid, as you guys know. That is something I want to do, but I'm gonna hold off on, but like 5? Nah, I'm not doing 5. Not for a while. 5 is something I would like to do, though. But, I'll wait on that. Like, that'll probably be like one of the last Metal Gear games I'd do. I'm gonna do Solid 1 in the very, very near future. I'm probably gonna do the Twin Snakes version, because I know not all of you agree with me, but I actually prefer the look of the Twin Snakes version. What am I doing? Okay, yeah, just gotta grab here. Because, I think the Twin Snakes version looks better. The, like, Snake backflipping a fucking cannon shot didn't bug me. To be honest, I actually think that was probably what Kojima originally wanted to be, that over the top, but just didn't because he didn't have the tech at the time. And before you make a George Lucas joke, let me say, did you know originally Metal Gear Solid 5's theme was going to be the song Diamond Dogs by David Bowie? For those of you who don't know, Kojima's a giant David Bowie fan, and David Bowie's music is great. But, he didn't, because the staff was like, Kojima, that song is a little too perky for this game's tone. And they were right, and it's not in the game. At least to my knowledge, it's not in the game. I don't think it's in a cassette or anything like that. But I put it in myself because I have the song. But, yeah, that game's really good. I'm loving it. It has a lot of stuff from Peace Walker in it. But, yeah, I'll probably do 1, and then either 2 or 3. And then, Peace Walker, and then either 4 or 5, and then the other one would be the last one I would do. I kind of want 4 to be the last one, because 4 is a really good send-off to the series. Oh, good send-off to the story, I should say. Where, from what I understand, though I haven't beaten it yet, 5 seems to set up Metal Gear 1, which I will not do. The reason I won't do the original Metal Gear games, not Solid, Metal Gear, there's a difference, is while they are fun to play, they're really boring to watch, and there's a lot of backtracking. They're fun, I like them, but, like, I wouldn't LP them. What do I do here? But yeah, I wouldn't LP them, but I would, you know, kind of play around with them a little bit on my own. I'm just trying to think of what to do, or how I want to go about this. Okay. And I'll just take it down. But, yes, solids are the first one I want to do. Solid, or twin stinks, I should say. And then I'll do either 2 or 3. And then, I'll do 3 or 2, depending on which one I did then Peace Walker. And, actually, yeah, I might do it, the Peace Walker, then 5, then 4. Actually, no, be good. Doing 1, solid 1. Then do 3. Then do, I think I just made a mistake. I might have made a mistake, but I'm not sure. I think. Oh, wait. Wait, can I just put it, like, down here? I just put it... I can put it there. But, yeah, I'm glancing at the guide a bit, and I'm also trying to think on my own. But, yeah, I might do it like that. Like, do 1, 3, Peace Walker, 5, 2, 4. I think that's a good way to do it. That way the story kind of goes in, order. Really, the only thing you're missing from Metal Gear is Gray Fox is the traitor in the one game. You kill him. You kill Big Boss and destroy his Metal Gear. Then you kill Big Boss again, destroy his Metal Gear in 2. And there you go. That's really all you need. And then Snake goes to Alaska after 2. There you go. I plot summary read it for you. In the middle of gathering boxes in Tron Bonne. What has my life become?
Containers, Miss Tron.
You lie!
Got 'em all!
You lie! Redo! Nah.
Okay, let's head back to the castle shaft. Yes, Miss Tron.
God, I do kind of miss the experimental days of PS1 and early PS2. I kind of miss those days. I'm not saying, like, today games are bad or anything like that. I'm not one of those people, but it's just, I kind of miss, like, the experimental phase of gaming. We're not very but though, actually, that's not true, because the indie scene's pretty experimental. But that's not to say every indie game is great. Like, every AAA game isn't great. I always say you don't want to go full barrels into either or. Just, play games that you think are fun. I like how this entire video is because it was just collecting boxes, just me talking about Metal Gear, and then just, like, errors in games. This is what happens when the gameplay, well, it's not bad, it's just not the most, there's not much I can talk about, because I'm just gathering boxes. This is what happens. This is what happens when you play a good puzzle game and not Bad Rats. Alright. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next time. And I'll see you guys next time for more Tron Bonne, not more next time. Have a good day. I'm a dope.